Welcome back, dear viewers, to another round of Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I have decided to try out Pandemonium, which means we want a few more resources than normal. Let's actually take one of these scrolls of recharging with us. Okay. And anything else we might need? Amulet of Stasis, we might need that. I think the rest of the stuff we're okay with. Yeah, we should be fine. Oh, I should pick up Scrolls of Silence as well. And also, let's see if there are any spells that we can memorize. This is one thing that I failed to do last time. Was before I entered the Hells, was make sure, there were things that I could do. I really wish that I had... I really wish that I had Airstrike available to me. I really like that spell. It's a smite targeted spell, which means anything that you can see, you can hit with it, even if there are other monsters in between you and it. It's line of sight, not line of effect. So we have some options. We could switch to more of a summoning type. We could switch to like Kukupakudka or Iridelum Nul. Do some interesting things that way. But I kind of want to stick with Okawaru for now. Keep trying him out. But we are going to go to Pandemonium without any further delay. Pand. Yep, let's go. Ya di da 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 di da 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 ba 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 da ba da ba. Whee! Down the depths. That's a ziggurat. I really want to try that out too. Ziggurat seems awesome. So, the tricky thing about Pandemonium is that once you leave a level, you can never come back. That's the only thing that I really know for sure about Pandemonium. There may be other things going on in there. I know that there are Pandemonium Lords. And also you can't get out as easily as you can with the Hells. The Hells are safer. Drained right off the bat. What a joik. What a joik. Ah, Pincer. Oh dear, a legendary gargoyle fighter of Zin. He was really strong, if I recall. Yeah. Well, let's take him on. Let's get some finesse going. I think that will be helpful. Okay, good. We're doing all right. Yeah, we're stronger than Pincer. That's actually a very, very good sign. Ooh, an artifact Morning Star. What? The Morning Star of Idealism. That is hardly idealistic. It makes us stupid and weak. We will not be wielding that, or even taking it out of here. There's no chance that I will use a -5 Morning Star. That's just silly. Okay, so we can escape through there if we need to. Into the Abyss, granted, so not exactly home free, but... Ow! Lots of demons. Lots of strong demons. Huh. I guess we made a significant amount of noise. Or we didn't, but the Hellfire Blast being thrown at us did. I kind of want to pick up these Demon Whips just in case they happen to be insanely powerful. This one, however, is not. While we do have kind of a cool ranged attack in our Hellfire Crossbow, it's not ideal. I feel like we actually have kind of a weak late game setup. Because of our reliance on our augmentation, which decreases in effectiveness as we become the Putrid Black Sun. Never seen this before. Half mortal, half demonic heritage. Well, it looks easy, and it kind of was. We could even eat it, which is cool. Eat it, eat it, get yourself an egg and beat it. All rights reserved by Weird Al Yankovic. Okay. Infernal Corruptors. Alright, well, you know, we're doing things. We're doing things. We are also resistant to mutation, although this transient minus 30% hit points mutation is awful. Oh, good. Came back. Oh, I guess it was just an additional minus 20%, but we were already malmutated slightly. We can still be malmutated. I mean, that frail mutation, really bad frail mutation, is from... It happened to us while we were wearing an amulet of resist mutation. It's only a 90% resistance rate. Generally, that's enough, but some monsters are tenacious enough that they have numerous chances to malmutate you. Pandemonium, unlike the Hells, you do want to explore every level completely. There aren't, you know, periodic punishments like there are in the Hells. And if you move on, you can't come back, ever. Pandemonium is infinite, but it is also... There are an infinite number of levels, but each level can only be visited once. Ever. But, on the other hand, being infinite means you can, you know, eventually become as powerful as it is possible to be in this game, assuming you don't die to Shadow Fiends and Demonspawn. Oh, we need finesse. Ah, the Shadow Fiend actually helped us out by tormenting us. Weird. Okay. Wow, that was pretty tough. Let's kind of retreat a little ways, and we should also cast Regeneration. There are dudes in reasonable quantities here. So, you know, we're not getting away home free. What is this? A putrid Demonspawn zombie. Oh, Whip of Electrocution. That's why we're not resistant to electricity. It's our one weakness. That's actually really good. We'll switch to that for cold resistant guys. I mean, assuming that they're not also resistant or immune to electricity. Okay. This level, at least, of Pandemonium is easier by far than the Hells. That may not hold true for all of them, but... Warning Star Protection. Not interested. Oh, the other reason why you want to explore each Pandemonium level completely is because each level has a chance to contain a rune of Zot, and that will happen until you have found 5 runes. And then more levels will generate, but none of them will ever have a rune on it. I'm pretty sure. Oop, we took a step too far there. That was just sloppy of us. Huh. Did those things just sort of appear out of thin air? I don't know. Maybe. What is nice is that we do get a lot of Demon Whips here. Demon Whips are a good weapon. They're very fast at our level of proficiency. Their damage isn't the best. I mean, it's base damage 11. which is, you know, fine for something with a 0.5 attack delay and good accuracy. Not that accuracy is a problem for us. We're hitting most times we attack. Can never get away without at least one Torment, can we? Torment is just the worst. The absolute worst. I would say it is the worst thing in the game for an endgame character, to be tormented. I mean, maybe silence would be worse for some characters. Being completely unable to cast any spells. Oh, Scroll of Acquirement. I like very much. The question is, what do we want to acquire? Certainly not gold. We have more gold than we could ever spend. Jewelry, maybe. Armor, I still feel like is a good choice. Maybe a weapon? I mean, at this point, we're probably going to be getting shields or cloaks. And we don't even really want to replace our body armor. Maybe weapon is the way to go. Let's try it. Ooh, so far so good. It's a ruined Evening Star. +0, +2 Evening Star of Draining. That's... Yeah, we have a better one than that. Yeah, we'll just leave that here. We don't care about it. So, that was a bust. But, you know, nothing we could have done about it. Ugh. I hate being drained. Which is why I really should have made sure to recast Deflect Missiles. Did I already chop up? No. Humph. It's nice that there is some food in Pandemonium. I don't know if that used to be the case. I think it used to be sparser. More ammo for our crossbow that we rarely use. It is good in some circumstances, but not as many here. We generally want things to close with us as quickly as possible, even to the point where... Yikes. A torturous warmonger. Interesting. Well, I guess we won't cast any spells then. We'll just hit it in the face. That worked quite well for us. None of those things are we interested in. Model Dragon Armor is actually a very good caster armor. If you want to cast a bunch of spells. Let's actually take it with us. We might make the choice to switch to a purer caster build later on. It's possible. That's the thing about the extended endgame, is that there are a lot of ways to approach it. Probably, you know, arguably more ways even than the rest of the game. Because you can generally predict exactly what enemies you're going to be fighting. Whereas with the dungeon, it's somewhat more random. Oh, our pack is full. Well, let's grab this meat ration and just eat it. This is the point of the game that you were saving your perma food for the entire time. Like this and the hells. Maybe ziggurats. I don't know. Yeah, probably ziggurats. I imagine that would be important there. But yeah, you might as well use some of it here and there if it's convenient. Okay. A Hellwing and a Sun Demon. Another Sun Demon. We are getting a bunch of experience. All these demons aren't, you know, they're not summons. We get full benefit from... Oh, my. Well, that's a Lord of Pandemonium. Castleseg. Or Kasokef. I don't know. Lumpy body and a giant snail shell on his back. Interesting. Oh my. And Shadow Fiends? Yikes. Let's teleport right away. And let us blink out of line of sight. I think that's the safest thing to do. Yeah. Because this will let us wait until our teleport triggers. Yeah. And now we're safe. Or relatively. I mean, those things are still here on the level somewhere. A Hell Sentinel. Another Tier 1 demon. Hellfire and Iron Shot. Great. We definitely need finesse for this guy. Ow. Tough fight. I think I'm going to retreat into this hallway here. You want a crawler? That's fine. Okay, good. Back up to full health. Okay, so I guess we kind of do want another source of resist negative energy, although we didn't bring one with us. Silly us. We do want to take off our Ring of Sustenance. That has been a huge blunder so far. Not wearing this Ring of Evasion. Very bad. Very bad. Portal projectile we could use with our crossbow to zap things. Yeah, I'm still a fan of preservation. We should definitely haste ourselves next time we get into a circumstance like that. That's why we have this Wand of Hasting. Like that exact kind of situation. But we managed to make it out. I mean, I feel like that was an appropriate circumstance to use a blink scroll. We certainly could have escaped without it, but I feel much more... I felt confident in our escape with it. That's kind of the situation that it comes up in. You're at maybe half health or lower, and doing any one thing could cause you to die. Like, one turn could mean your death. Avoiding a certain death, basically. Okay. Yeah, it seems reasonable to try and pull things back to this little corridor. What is this? This looks different. A torturous Demonspawn. Okay, well. He was not that torturous. Okay. Yeah, augmentation is definitely, now that I think about it, the maybe the worst tier 3 mutation for us to have. For the extended endgame. Just because it does nothing against Torment. In fact, it's very, very weak to Torment. Because it our augmentation goes away at roughly half health. Okay, let's haste ourselves now. And get heroism and finesse. And let's just whip this guy down. Yeah. Boom, baby. Ooh, and we got artifact gloves out of the deal. Cool. Might as well, let's see, do we have space to pick up the evocable? I don't know. Resist cold and stealth ++. Okay, whatever. We'll hang on to it as a source of resist cold. It doesn't require us to give up a ring slot, I guess. Do I want this Lantern of Shadows more than I want this Whip of Electrocution? Probably not. Yeah, there's usually some artifact loot in this kind of area. What spellbook is this? Boosting orientation. Translocations, probably? Yeah. Summon Forest looks interesting. Summon Forest looks really interesting. Huh. Let's hang on to this. This looks like a worthwhile book to have. What are our spells looking like? Oh, well, hard to tell because we're all heroismed up. We are way going to overpower smoke demons. Aw, covered in flame. Yeah, and the icy envelope is kind of weak against Hellfire. It's extremely weak against Hellfire. Yeah, we maybe don't have the best setup for an extended endgame. Like, on second thought, I'm not sure that we can do the Hells. That being said, I think we also definitely could. I'm just curious what this Jewel Cutlass is. We have better. We have better at home. Speaking of home, do we want to pop into the Abyss and back to our stash? Nah. I don't feel too bad about... What happens if we... Nah, I really want to be able to cast Tornado. Like, if we can just sort of wander through... if we can kind of wander through Pandemonium until we get up to max air magic. And then... Oh, yikes. Alright, what's the best way to approach this situation? Would have been a Scroll of Holy Word if we'd been smart and brought them with us. I think this Balrog is enemy number 1. Another Balrog. Another couple Balrogs. Okay, well, let's Heroism and Haste. Again, situations like this are why we have these resources. Something smites us. Okay. I think we need to blink. And we're really not safe anywhere, but I think getting to here lets us survive a bit more easily. I really wish we had some summons. That's good enough. Hellbeast. Oh, wow. We got a friendly Hell Sentinel. That's cool. That's strong. Let's step back a little bit. Kind of run into the darkness, which is something that I generally would never do. But in this particular circumstance, I think is appropriate. Huh. There's something attacking my dudes. Possibly this Balrog. Okay. This is a good spot to make our stand. I'm going to go ahead and heal up a bit. Yeah, I feel safe here. Well, I did. A moment ago I felt safe here. Unfortunately, these guys can dig. I mean, they can still dig. We're still... I wish we had some way of damaging all of them. We don't. Teleportation seems good. I can't cast regeneration. Something is draining our mana. This Eye of Draining is draining our mana. Yeah. We would maybe be dead by now if we weren't, or if we were a caster, if we weren't wielding this Shield of Reflection. This might be a point at which we put on these guys. Yeah, let's... I just hate the chance of missing out on a Rune of Zot. It's making me reckless. Feckless and reckless. I think I'm going to keep trying on this level for a little bit. It's really dangerous. We might die just right here. What is this? A Grand Avatar? Oh. Okay. Ooh. Not so good. I think that the Reaper is the most dangerous. No. Maybe not. Let's do this. Oh wow, that did not last as long as I wanted it to. Well, let's teleport again. Get some more healing on us, get regeneration going. Oh, we are contaminated. Yikes. Scroll of Vulnerability can get rid of that. We haven't mutated yet, though. That's good. Our last charge on our Wand of Heal Wounds. Okay, so this Grand Avatar came with us. Were we not wielding a whip that entire time? And that's why we weren't doing any damage to anything? That seems possible and wholly absurd. Shadow Fiend. Ugh. Please let us kill the Shadow Fiend. Ugh. Potions of Curing aren't really useful, except that we needed to kill a turn there anyway. Okay, cool. I think we can get to a place of relative safety now. Because... oh no, a Balrog. Whew. Yeah, I feel like that whole time we were attacking without a weapon. Which of course is hideously stupid of us, and we would have deserved to die there. I'll review this video after after we're done here, and I'll see if I was really that stupid. Entirely possible. It's also possible that we were not that stupid, and we just were getting really unlucky with the random number generator. Like, we were just rolling really poorly on our attacks. That is also a thing that could have happened. Let's eat a bread ration. Oh, we can recharge our Wand of Heal Wounds. Only 3 charges, but that's fine. Alright. Our deflect missiles has stayed up for a long time. We might not cast many spells, but the ones that we do cast, we cast for keeps. I'm pretty sure we've killed most of the nasties that were chasing us all throughout this level. There's still, of course, the possibility of a Pandemonium Lord somewhere around here. I don't know if it's a possibility or a guarantee, but either way, very scary. I'm not sure which one is scarier. Like, the uncertainty or the certainty? Abomination is a welcome sight after all these hellfire spewing, torment inducing demons. It's, nope, still didn't work. Oh well. Man, Okawaru, I thought you had our back. Yeah, we were probably not using a weapon. Because we're just chewing through these guys now. Huh. Cold. Again, kind of dangerous. What is this thing that I'm ignoring? A torturous blood saint. Powerful and unpredictable spells of devastation. Well, that makes sense. With all the unpredictability and whatnot. I really hate that the orange demons have reach with their claws. Still no new malmutations. That's good. If at any point we get a sort of a free source of resist fire, like a sort of get out of the way here, such as a cool, like the awesome artifact Great Mace that we find happens to also have resist fire on it, then we will probably go ahead and drink a potion of cure mutation, since that minus 10% hit points is really rough. That's one of the worst mutations. Not as bad as Berserking mutation. Yep, there's another Lord of Pandemonium. Vozionio. Skeletal body and a disc-shaped sucker for a head. It moves with unearthly grace. Creepy. It's very resistant to cold, resistant to poison and fire. So it would be resistant to our additional damage from our whip. That's, I mean, losing 8 points of damage doesn't seem worth the... Yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, yikes, paralyzation is scary. Let's get heroism going. Yeah, I didn't even notice that giant eye. Oh my. Finesse. Yikes. Okay. That's a lot of things taken care of, but certainly not all of them. Oh my. Oh, this tentacle thing is killing me, literally. And let's punch our way through to this guy, and then this guy. Alrighty. 2 Lords of Pandemonium down. An infinite number to go. Regeneration, might as well. Let's get way back here. So we've been in some tough fights, and we have come out on top thus far. Monstrous Demonspawn are really interesting. You can be one. It is possible for you to be one. They get 3 body slot mutations instead of some of the other stuff. And they make very good, like, unarmed combat people. But they're not awesome because it means that's 3 slots. Like, you can only wear body armor. And that doesn't seem super worth it. But it's only like a 10% chance that you'll be a monstrous Demonspawn. And nowadays, it lets you know right away. Like, with your first mutation, it'll be like, you feel monstrous. So you don't have to wait until, you know, potentially level 10 to find out that you don't want to play that character as a caster. That would just be really unfair. Well, it used to be that way. It used to be really unfair. Now it's nicer. The thing that's kind of annoying me here is I'm not seeing a vault. We killed the Lord of Pandemonium. Where's my treasure? And a Shadow Fiend? And a bunch of other demons? I want some treasure, darn it. Where is it? Tons of mediocre equipment. Yeah, if you manage to pop into Pandemonium early, like earlier in the game, and like kill a thing, I could see that, you know, I could see that being profitable for you if you've otherwise had very little loot and you know, can't get beyond where you're going. Pop in, kill a couple of demons, get their tridents, get their, So do we have an exit to the abyss? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. So we have explored the full level. We know there is not a Rune of Zot here. We have done all that we can do. So we're going to escape through the abyss. The abyss is going to be child's play after Pandemonium. Partly because this video is starting to get kind of long, partly because we want to sort of refresh and reassess. You know, go back to our stash, see if we need anything from it. We probably do. Couldn't hurt. And then I mean, because we can always go back to Pandemonium. Completing a level of Pandemonium is just it's a good stopping point. Though we do have to. There we go. Gateway out of the abyss. It's a lot easier to find gateways out of the abyss once you have found the Abyssal Rune of Zot. So that's a good reason to do that first. Oh, let's get our Ring of Sustenance back on here. Well, dear viewers, I think that's all for now. I'm going to just be twiddling with my stash, and will just be muttering to myself while I do so. So if you choose to stop watching now, you will not miss anything of substance. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate your patronage. Alright, now for those of you that are interested in me rambling on about stash stuff and weapons and whatnot, thanks for sticking around. You're my kind of people. Okay, so this model dragon armor is a +0 model dragon armor. That doesn't seem very good. So let's drop it on the ground. Do we want to go this crazy crystal plate armor route? I mean, I kind of want to, because we're really not casting many spells anyway. Gives us resist fire, resist cold. It's only gonna be 3 more armor class, I guess. Alright, so 42 with that. 47. Oh, yeah, because armor skill will scale up with it, won't it? Okay. But for one thing, we couldn't carry anything. We also can't cast anything, even with wizardry, I don't think. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to cast our deflect missiles. No way. Yeah, so that's probably not what we're going to do. Giving us a source of blinking, we'd lose a ton of armor class for that. Yeah, none of these seem like great options. I think this is fine. Though I think turning armor on is a good idea. Let's turn air magic off for now. It feels like it's gonna be a few Pandemonium levels before we switch over to spellcasting. We want to get our melee strong first. I do feel confident about our ability to tackle Pandemonium, though. We could definitely be better about using our resources. Ooh, we should memorize haste. That seems like a really smart idea, and instead of armor, training up our charms. And as soon as Maces and Flails reaches level 27, we'll just leave fighting, dodging, and we'll do fighting, dodging, armor, and charms. Yeah, if I can cast haste reliably. What is it with wizardry? 30%? Yeah, getting there. Because it's only charms. Yeah, if I can cast haste reliably, then we'll be in good shape. I think I want to do this focus maces and flails. Sort of trickle into these guys. Finally get this up. No, I won't focus it. We'll leave it at 20% each. Spellcasting will go up relatively quickly because it's at such a low level. The amounts of experience that we'll be getting will jack it up pretty quickly. Though it is the slowest leveling skill in the entire game. It's artificially slower than any other skill. It's still only level 3, and we're fighting stuff that is beyond level 27, so bleh. Or has more than 27 hit dice. Monsters don't have levels, they have hit dice, which I think we can get rid of some of these wands. Yeah, we'll keep a wand of disintegration and haste, and yeah. By the time we use up these charges on our wand of haste, we should have that castable. But let's go ahead and recharge our wand of heal wounds. Yeah, that seems like a good decision. A good decision indeed. What are these boots? Not awesome. We absolutely have to be able to see invisible. I think everything at this point can go invisible, and we still don't have another source of resist poison on one of our random things, I don't think. This isn't... we really need the mutation resistance and the negative energy resistance. Yeah, I don't think carrying this around is really going to do anything for us. Berserking seemed pretty bad when I did it that last time. Yeah, if we find another source of resist mutation, although I think it only comes on amulets. Maybe on some artifacts, I don't know. Clarity, we have so many potions of curing that I don't think I need to be worried about clarity. We'll just keep this on. That'll make our inventory a little less. Okay, so do we want... Let me take off the Ring of Wizardry and put on this. Okay, so this gives us max fire and cold. Because of this. Yeah, that seems fine. Sustain abilities is probably an effect we would like before we go to hell. Or before we return to hell, I suppose. We can use a potion of curing to cure that last point of rot. Because the decision I'm trying to make is between these two pairs of gloves. This gives us +5 slaying, which is really nice. This gives us an extra pip of cold resistance, which is also nice. I don't know. I feel like it's legitimate to keep both of these and switch to this one. Well, are we stealthy at all if we're wearing these? We are actually fairly stealthy if we wear these gloves. So I guess we can wear these around and then switch to these right before, with the last turn while we're waiting for things to close. Because we don't need the slaying bonus. But it's certainly very nice. It's very, very nice. Alright, so we'll just have to remember that. We could probably find a macro somewhere that whenever a monster got into melee range or something, it would stop us and give us a message so we could, know to switch over, but that seems like a ton of work. Still really haven't found... Oh, I do want to pick up... I don't know why that was in the slings pile instead of the maces pile. I want to pick up this great mace. No, I don't. It's just not good. But this... Where was it? This +7/+3 Evening Star of Crushing is reasonable. It's 2 fewer damage and 0.2 minimum delay slower than our whip, but it does have a neutral effect. If we come up against something that resists cold, this will work just fine. And again, we have tons of permafood saved up for these circumstances. We're not worried about becoming more hungry while we wield this, especially since we don't have to wear it while we're running around. It doesn't recurse itself or anything. Also, that lets us switch to... If we have this on, we could switch to our Ring of Wizardry and still have maximum fire resistance. Yeah. And it would also give us max negative energy resistance. So I think this is a really good thing to have with us. I think it's pretty necessary. In many cases, it will be stronger than this Whip of Freezing. Yeah. Okay, so let's put on our Ring of Sustenance again and switch back to the Whip so that we don't get too starving. Though, again, this is what permafood was made for. This part of the game. But we obviously won't need any food after we carry the orb out, so... so one thing we could do is play around with potions of mutation. We could just quaff a ton of these potions that I found in Crazy Wizard's laboratory. And just see what bizarre mutations we come up with, and then drink a potion of... Yeah, let's do that. Let's try it. I feel like we're kind of just having fun at this point. Like, it's going to be difficult for us to continue on exactly as we are. We just run a strong risk of dying in each level of Pandemonium and in the Hells, and certainly in a Ziggurat. Like, our choice right now is to drink a potion of Cure Mutation to get rid of the frailty in the Herbivore 1. Gives us a lot less nutrition from meat, which is really inconvenient. We have a lot of permafood, but we don't have an infinite amount, so we don't want that. And so yeah, let's play some mutation roulette. Oh, let's take off our Amulet of Resist Mutation, for one thing. Alright. Huh. Well, we got a lot stronger, and our toenails got longer. We may not be able to wear these boots soon. Feel weaker and clumsy. Thoughts seem clearer. We feel a little hungry. We feel a little pissed off. So we tend to lose our temper in combat, but we have clarity. I wonder how those work together. That being said, I want to drink a potion of Cure Mutation now. Because we have more bad mutations than good. And all of our bad mutations are bad. They're all really not fun to have. So, even though we might lose like a pip of fire resistance, which would be too bad, it's worth it. It's worth the risk. Cool. Alright. We still lose our temper in combat, though. But I don't know that that works if we have clarity. I think that cancels it out. I would love to keep these mutations right here. This is really good. Permanent clarity is excellent. Just never having to worry about being confused ever again, even if we lose some magic resistance. Or berserked against our will. That's why I wonder about the berserking thing. Do we have a safe place to test it out? Because I kind of want to. I want to sort this out before I will even carry the potion of Cure Mutation with us to our testing site, which will be the Abyss, I believe. Bum 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 bum. Keep on going. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, we can just go to this. I always forget that the one on depth 4 is easier to get to than the one on depth 3. More or less. We do have to work our way through this torturous labyrinth every time. Alright, let's... yeah, that's fine. Let's test this out. We're gonna have to fight things for a little while here, so... Again, feel free to tune out if you want. This is just experimentation. And, you know, we'll get a little bit of loot here and there. Whatever. Oh dear, we should put our Amulet of Resist mutation back on, so we don't get further malmutated in our attempt to see what's going on with our mutations. That would just be embarrassing. We'll eat some bread. Whatever. I'm not paying very close attention to, any messages that might pop up. I'm just sort of, seeing if we go berserk in any of these fights, really. Okay, gateway leading out of the abyss. That's nice and all, but I haven't tested this enough. This also incidentally gains us experience, which, you know, it's not a ton of experience, but it's not insignificant. In fact, we may abyss scum for a while. It's not ideal because, you know, we have to basically rely on permafood the whole time. There are no corpses pretty much ever in the abyss. Which, you know, makes sense. It's a weird place. Anything, kind of anything goes. Oh, it moved out of view. For a second there, I thought we had, like, lost our boots and couldn't see invisible anymore or something. I don't know. Hello, Raiju. I guess there are corpses in the abyss. Never mind. Raiju. The problem, the difficulty with this is we only have the first level of the rage mutation, which means that it's not a very frequent occurrence anyway. So having it go off seems like a little bit of a... Ah, and there's some cool permafood. This potion of porridge is quite nice. I mean, we can get some resources down here in the abyss. It's just not... We don't even care about that potion of flying. Why would we want to fly? We'll even turn it off of our auto pickup. I don't want it to dirty my inventory. If I could find it. Potions of flight. There we go. Yeah, no reason to get all in a tizzy about... Oh, can we blow that up? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if that helped. Still hurt us. Those are little, like, pain bombs. Ooh, 2 scrolls of recharging. That alone kind of makes this trip worth it. Even if we don't find anything out about... We could also switch to a new god. I don't know. Finesse is nice. We could, like, switch to Vehumet and try to go Conjurer Boom Boom. Seems a little risky, though. Just because it would take us a long time to get the requisite power. Yeah, the loot in the abyss is not awesome. It's pretty common stuff. Okay, so that was a point of spellcasting that we've managed to gain thus far. That's not too terribly impressive. Yeah, so we're not getting a bunch of experience for this, but we're getting some. And the fact that we're keeping on this ring of sustenance, yes, I know, I'm doing it on purpose this time. Because there isn't much food here. And I don't want us to be cost too heavily for our experimentation. I don't think clarity protects against paralyzation, unfortunately. Like giant eyeballs paralyzation. Ooh. Hell Sentinels, they're tough. Yeah, if we can keep clarity to counteract the berserking, I think we'll be in a good mutation place for now, at least. Big kobolds, that's weird. It's not something I expected to see down here. Oh, maybe this is some kind of vault. Looks like it could be, sorta. I don't know. It has actual, like, metal walls and doors and things. Yeah, I know we can get out. Not really important to me. Ba-da-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. I haven't seen it so far. I mean, we've been whipping a lot of stuff. I feel like Kiko Bakudka is a better early game god than late game. I don't know. Yeah. I don't feel the need to switch over to Kiku. Luganu, maybe. She provides, like, guaranteed panic buttons. You can banish yourself to the abyss, for example. You can corrupt a level to, like, break the walls down and stuff. Although, that's not quite as necessary for us, unless we wanted to try and bypass one of the lords of one of the branches of Hells and just steal all the... like, steal the rune and the treasure in peace. We could corrupt and grab it and dash. Seems riskier with our current build than just punching everything. Or, you know, whipping everything, as the case may be. To each their own. Some punch, some whip. Yeah, there's an altar of Luganu. I don't know. Luganu's, like, finesse is good. I mean, we're not... it's not a useless ability. Meh. Should we switch to two-handed axes? Switch away from the shield and just try and kill things that way? A Helephant. And we got... we were granted a gift, but we were then yanked to a different part of the abyss, so we may never find it. I hope it wasn't an artifact ring mail that was, like, really cool. That would have been really unfortunate. Since I have no idea where it is, and it probably is already gone. The abyss is weird. And I certainly have no expectation of being able to navigate my way back to where I was. Seems pretty much impossible. So, God gift down, whatever. It was really unlikely that we were going to switch to that anyway. Almost for certain we would lose at least 15 armor class. Because we'd be wearing lighter armor, so we would get less a smaller benefit from our armor skill, and of course the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, the base armor it would be lower. How's haste coming along? 50% without wizardry, that's a good sign. Different part of the abyss. That's probably a cursed ring of hunger, rather. It's amazing that we didn't find one of those before now. Very surprising. Oh, nope, not that one, this one. Castable with wizardry, 16%. I'll take it. We'll keep putting points into charms regardless. I want it to be castable without wizardry. A tall order, especially since our intelligence is not great, and currently drained, even. That probably, We have a bunch of potions of restore abilities. Let's see what it's like. 38% without wizardry, surely under 10% or 12%. Okay, that's fine. That's just fine. Oh, and I wanted the Ring of Sustenance on. Over, I guess... I guess over the Ring of the Clouds. I value 5 evasion slightly higher than I value a 3rd pip of fire and cold resistance and a 5th pip of magic resistance. I guess that's true. In the Abyss, at least. Probably not other places. Alright, well, I haven't seen a Berserk, so I'm going to assume... and maybe I'll look up. I'm going to assume that we will not go Berserk as a result of our mutation. Because clarity will protect us. I do not know if this is true, but Tengu Conjurers ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. So yeah, we may die horribly to something because we go Berserk when we don't want to, and it runs out when we're standing right at the feet of a Pandemonium Lord and a couple of Shadow Fiends. But for now, I think we're good. For those of you that stuck around, hope you enjoyed that little bit of fun. But regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.